My name is Spencer Watson. I'm gonna make lasagna without noodles. If you're keto or gluten-free, you're gonna wanna watch this video. Let's get into it.
German, you put that gun down or I will shoot you!
So the foundation of a good lasagna is all in the meat sauce, and I've got 3 super packed flavorful friends for this meat sauce. 1, ground beef. Everybody loves ground beef, and it's fairly inexpensive. Then I have some sausage mix here. This is hot Italian sausage, and then this is mild Italian sausage. So that's how I like to start the meat sauce. Get a hot pan, a nice glug of oil. You want the pan nice and hot, and then start crumbling that meat in there. That's a glorious sound. So once the meat's in there, what I like to do is get a whisk and beat it up. Just push it down. This is a great way to get a crumbly meat texture. Sometimes using a wooden spoon takes forever, but a whisk beats it up really nice. The whisk technique is so nice to beat up the ground beef because I like that fine crumble. It gives the sauce a really nice texture. So the next thing to go in is 3 different types of veg, and I'm keeping it fairly cheap. So carrot for a little sweetness, and then for some savory notes, garlic and onion. It's got to go in there next. Okay, so when do you add the veg? This is when you add the veg. When you've got that beef and sausage cooked down like this. You can see the little flecks of chili and the little flecks of fennel. It smells so good. There's a little pork fat in the bottom of that pan. That's the perfect time to add the veg. You can do it all at the same time. Carrots are gonna give it that little touch of sweetness. And then onions and garlic make it really nice and savory. And these guys are best friends. Yeah, you just want to roll it around, get that veg, start cooking in that pork fat. This is so good. This is how you build big, good flavor quickly. So I'm going to keep the seasonings for this fairly simple because there's a lot going on in that pork sausage mix. You could even eat it just like this. Put it on rice, you're good to go. So for the seasonings, I'm going to give it a touch of salt because salt, beef, and pork, they're really good friends. And then I'm going to add just a touch of oregano. I like that flavor, and this is my secret, okay? I learned this a long time ago from an Italian grandma. You're not gonna believe it, but a touch of cinnamon. What? Cinnamon, actual cinnamon, but you just want enough so you can get the notes of that cinnamon, those bright baking spices, but not enough to know that you put a bunch of cinnamon in it. It's just gonna give it a little bit of this warmth and kind of an exotic flavor. And you're gonna eat it and go, what is that? It's cinnamon. That's pretty good for the seasonings. I'm gonna move on to the liquid. Anytime I have leftover red or white wine, I always save it because I always cook with wine. And you can save some money by not dumping it down the sink. Just a shot. Red is cool. I like white. Whatever you got, use it. There's no rules. So once the wine is reduced by half and you can move it around and see naked pan in the bottom, that's the time to add some tomato sauce. What tomato sauce to use? Whatever you like. Use your favorite tomato sauce. You can use naked tomatoes and really bump up the flavor, or you can just get a can of nice tomato sauce. I like this stuff. It's delicious. Get it in there. Nothing like just standing over a pot, stirring a ragu, all the lovely smells. All right, so one of the biggest parts about this ragu, this recipe, is subscribing to this channel and hitting the notification button. The other thing is let it reduce. Time is flavor. If you give it a little time to cook out and let that tomato sauce reduce, it gets nice and sweet. The flavors of the pork sausage marry into the tomato sauce and the wine, and that's how you build flavor. Stage it, season it, and then reduce it. And you will get big, bold flavor, and then onto the noodle. But it's not a noodle. Check this out. So you do need something in your lasagna so you can layer it, but I'm gonna do it with egg. And I know this sounds crazy. this, you're gonna do it with egg. Trust me, it's so delicious, you almost won't even know that there's not noodles in it. So the first step is lots of eggs. So the eggs are gonna need a little help in the seasoning department. So a nice big pinch of salt. And then I wanna mirror the flavors that you would find in Italian American cooking and in lasagna. So a big shot of oregano. An egg is a pretty cheap protein, so it makes a perfect noodle. I'm gonna do a big shot of dry basil. Some crushed red chili flakes, because I like the spice. A little bit of spice in that sausage grind, but I'm gonna mirror that with a little bit of spice in here. And to lighten it up and give it a really creamy, cuttable texture, a shot of heavy cream. You could put a lot in here. You can really go for it. The eggs are gonna bind and hold everything together, but you put a good shot of cream in and it has the greatest cut through texture. Then a lot of Parmesan cheese, and that's it. Baking these eggs like this in a sheet really performs like a noodle, and you can add so much flavor to it. You don't need a thick sheet, and you want to cook it at a low temperature, but this is going to be the noodle for lasagna. Keto friendly, gluten free, so delicious. You'll never know there's not noodles in it. So to cook it, get it in a low oven, like 325, 350. You just want to set the eggs. You're not looking for color or anything. You just want to make sure the eggs are firm, cool them. And that's the noodle. How cool is that? You only have a couple of senses to cook with. You got your eyes, your mouth, your nose, and your hands. And when you see this oily sauce come up to the top of your ragu, this is a great sign that it's at the right thickness. It's nice and shiny. The tomatoes have reduced down, almost emulsified with that pork fat stained with chilies and the fennel seeds. And this is the time I like to finish the sauce. This is what I do. I put some cream in the egg. I'm gonna put a shot of cream in this sauce. There's so much going on. Acidity from the tomatoes, spiciness, but if you just get a little touch of cream in there, it mellows it out. It gives it a ton of balance, and it gives it a bit of this creamy texture, and it lightens up the load a little bit. Look at that color change. It is absolutely delicious. That's a great little secret. Making a really balanced ragu sauce, especially with all of the elements in there, and the cinnamon, the element of surprise. And then the only thing I finish it with is a little bit more Parmesan cheese, because it's good and it's nutty and it's delicious and it belongs in there. This is the time to turn the heat down a little bit once you kind of put those finishing moves in there. And then I give it a taste because I want it to be delicious before I build the lasagna. This is so good. It's got some kick to it. Good acidity, good creaminess, a little touch of sweetness from the carrots. Gets you right back there. That is such a delicious sauce. Off with the heat. And this is a great kind of balance between meat, veg, and liquid. It's nice and tight, and I like that in this ragu. I'm not using noodles, so it's not gonna soak up any liquid. So you want a nice tight ragu when you're making the egg noodles. That is so, so good. Look at that. This doesn't take a lot of time to cook in the oven. You just wanna set it. And with the cream in there, it's kind of soft, but it's a sheet, just like a noodle, and it's delicious. This might be one of the greatest things invented, besides fire and the wheel and Harry Potter, but other than that, it's pretty good. All right, so let's build it. The great thing about this one is I'm gonna start with this egg as the base. Then I'm gonna go meat. Then I'm gonna go cheese. Then I'm gonna go another egg noodle, and then I'm gonna top it off. Let's build this baby. This is a perfect texture of sauce. That ragu is really nice and tight. Then I'm gonna go in with a couple cheeses, whatever you can find that's cheap. This is a marble cheese. I really like it. You can over cheese this. It's possible. You don't wanna make it super gooey and super oily. You just want enough cheese to kind of give it a hug. And I'm gonna use 2 cheeses. So first, the marble's gonna go down. And because there's Parmesan in the egg, I'm gonna hit it up again with a little bit of Parmesan. It's nice and nutty. All right, Come here, check out the texture of this. It's like so cool. Studded with cheese, chilies, and herbs. So cool. Now I gotta get it on here. If I just, should I flip it? Let's see what I can do here. Okay, what I'm gonna do is loosen it first. That's pretty good. Okay. Ready, here we go. You gotta just go with conviction. Yeah! Okay, you can just smooth it out a little bit. It's the perfect little sheet. Sauce and more cheese. The layers and the cheese on the top, that's my favorite part. You've got the egg noodle on the bottom, meat, cheese, egg noodle, meat, cheese. This is gonna be so good. It's all cooked. The only thing left to do is get it in the oven, get that cheese bubbly, crispy, and gooey. You're all done. That is so cool. It's a money shot. Look at that. Look at that! All rise for the national anthem. Another tip for you, before you cut in to lasagna, any lasagna, let it cool. Just let everything relax a little bit. Let it sit out for 30 minutes, 45 minutes. It'll still be nice and warm, and it cuts really, really nice. Hardest part is not picking up all the crispy cheese bits. I'll be good, I promise. That puts a smile on my face. So it's had a chance to cool a little bit. And this is what I like about cutting it. Get some clean kitchen shears or a nice little sharp pair knife, and it cuts so easily. Yes! So good. It looks exactly like lasagna. I mean, look at it. It's so good. You would never know. You would have to eat half of it and be like, is there noodles in this? Nope. If you're keto or gluten-free, this lasagna is for you. So delicious, so good, so simple. I love it.